Luis Clemente Tiant Jr. was the son of Luis Tiant Sr., who was a Negro League pitcher in the late 1920s, 30s, and 40s. Senior pitched for the New York Cuban ex-Giants. And he pitched also in the wintertime in Cuba for the Havana Sugar Kings. Very successful and well-known Cuban pitcher. Junior was signed by Cleveland Indian scout Bobby Avila, who brought him to Mexico City. And then upon his recommendation, he was signed by the Cleveland Indians in 1961 for $35,000. But world events intervened, and the Bay of Pigs invasion of Cuba happened, and that broke off relations with Cuba and the United States. Cuba then declared their allegiance with the USSR and basically closed their borders, and Tiant could not return to Cuba in the wintertime like his father did. In fact, he couldn't see his father for 15 years. He worked his way up through the Indians' minor leagues, culminating in a 15-1 record at the PCL's Portland minor league team. After 15-1, he was called up to the major leagues on July 19, 1964, to oppose Whitey Ford and the New York Yankees, which he did so with a 4-hit shutout and a 3-0 victory over Whitey Ford. Tiant had several successful seasons with the Cleveland Indians, and then was picked up by late in his career, was picked up by the Boston Red Sox. And America was touched when he pitched a 3-hit game in the World Series in front of his parents, whom he had not seen for 14 years. Today on Apba Classics, he will oppose Whitey Ford with the July 19th lineups. How will he do? Stay tuned and watch this game. This is Joe Brya.n and the Apba Baseball Classics channel, welcoming you to the Louis Tiant debut game for the Cleveland Indians against the 1964 New York Yankees. This game was played on July 19th, 1964, and we will be using as-played lineups. Here are the starting lineups. First, for the Cleveland Indians, Vic Davalillo will be in center field, Al Smith in right field. Leon Wagner will bat third and play left field. Bob Chance bats fourth, plays first base. Joe Askew bats fifth and plays catcher. Larry Brown will bat sixth and play shortstop. Chico Salmon will bat seventh and play second base. Billy Moran will bat eighth and play third base. Louis Tiant is the pitcher, 10-4 in his rookie season with a 2.83 earned run average. For the New York Yankees, Tony Kubek will lead off and play shortstop. Phil Limbs will bat second and play second base. Hector Lopez hit third and play left field. Roger Maris is in right field and bat fourth. Tom Tresh in center field and bat fifth. Joe Pepitone is the sixth hitter, and he is playing first base. Johnny Blanchard is the catcher. Clete Boyer at third base, and Whitey Ford the pitcher. Whitey Ford was 17-6 with a 2.13 earned run average in 64. Here are some of the stars. Baseball cards: Jack Kralik, a young pitcher for the Cleveland Indians, Sudden Sam McDowell, and Leon Wagner. For the New York Yankees, Mickey Mantle, who I think was injured at this time, Joe Pepitone at first base, and Whitey Ford. We are using Payoff Pitch Baseball, as we've been using for the past week or so. And we mentioned the other day there are a few different ways to play Payoff Pitch Baseball. You can use the dice only, as we did Friday, or you could use dice in combination with the fast action cards, or you could just use the fast action cards only. And today we're going to use the fast action cards only. I think we're ready for the first pitch. Here is the first batter for the Cleveland Indians, 5'7", Vic Davalillo. 6 is Tough, and the 2D10 roll is 72 is going to be out of range for a fly out to the center fielder, Tom Tresh, for the first out. 1 away. Here is Al Smith. 3 is defense. We'll check the defense air range of the right fielder. His air range of Roger Maris is 5, which is very good defensively. And the 2D10 is 10, though. That's going to be an error on Roger Maris. Let's see what kind of an error. It's going to be ruled a single plus another base due to the error. So Al Smith is on second base. He's a F stealer. That's not good. Leon Wagner, the batter. 1964, Leon Wagner hit 31 home runs. 12 is ballpark. 13 is a 2D10, I guess, on the left side. That's going to be wheelhouse. 62 in the wheelhouse is against a left-handed pitcher, just misses by 1 as being a base hit. That's going to be out of range. Ground ball to shortstop. Runner will hold. 6-3 is the second out. Bob Chance. 9 is in play, and 70 is out of range. That's going to be also a ground out to the shortstop, Tony Kubek. That completes the top of the first inning. No score. Okay, Luis Tiant completes his warm-up tosses. You might be familiar with his pitching motion where he turns around, faces second base, kind of a hesitation pitch. But he was not doing that in 1964. He didn't start doing that until the 68 season. Here's the pitch, though, to Tony Kubek, the first batter. 7 is in play. 89 is going to be out of range, and a ground ball to the second baseman, Chico Salmon. Tony Kubek's the first out. Here's Phil Linz. 7 is in play. 97 is going to be out of range, and a fly ball to left field, caught by Leon Wagner. 2 down. Hector Lopez. 8 is tough. 77 out of range. Fly ball to the center fielder, Vic Davalillo. The Yankees are retired. 1-2-3. We go to the top of the second. No score. Cleveland catcher Joe Askew will lead off the second inning. Here's the pitch. 3 is defense. Check the defense of the range of shortstop. That's Kubek's B range. 1-34 will be a hit, and it is 85. That's going to be, he makes the play. Larry Brown. 5 is in play. 45 is out of range, and that is a ground ball to third base. 2 down. Chico Salmon. 6 tough. 37 is a base hit. Salmon is a 4C stealer. We're on second. 2 outs. Billy Moran. He's a 7th hitter in the lineup, or 8th hitter rather. Whitey Ford is going to go ahead and pitch to him. 4 is tough. 51 is a fly ball to the right fielder, caught by Roger Maris. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Here's the pitch to Roger Maris. Let's see. Let's go. 3 is defense. We'll check the range of the pitcher. Pitching range for Tiant is C. 83 is going to be an out. He makes the play. Tom Tresh. 8 tough. 36 on the Tiant's right-handed, so we check 36 on the right side. That's going to be a strikeout. 2 down. Joe Pepitone. 5 is tough. 65 is out of range. and a ground ball to the shortstop, Larry Brown. And Louisiana has retired their first 6 batters to go to the top of the 3rd, no score. Louis tee out leads off for Cleveland tough. 80 is going to be out of range, strikeout. 1 down. Vic Davalillo, 12, ballpark. He is a left-handed batter, so 67 is going to be in play. 40 is pop out to second base. Al Smith, 11, tough. 29 is a strikeout. Go to the bottom of the 3rd, no score. Johnny Blanchard will lead off for the Yankees. In 1961, Blanchard was backing up Elson Howard at catcher and Yogi Berra also. And but with 243 bats, he hit 21 home runs and hit over 300 in 1961. 6 is patient. 21 is going to be a walk for Johnny Blanchard. He is a 2B stealer. That's interesting. B3 stealing, you have a very good chance. I think we'll take that chance. He takes off and he is safe, steals second. Brings up Clete Boyer, his below average brother to Bunter, brother to Ken Boyer of the St. Louis Cardinals. He's going to swing away. Here's the pitch. 8 is tough. 36 is a strikeout. Brings up the bat Whitey Ford. Hitting off the 3 batting card, B. Bunter. 7 in play. 41 is going to be a ground out to third base. The runner will have to hold 5-3, and there are 2 outs. Tony Kubek, 7 in play. 38 in play is going to be out of range. Ground ball at first base. Throws over to Tiant covering. Yankees are retired in the top of the 3rd, bottom of the 3rd. We go to the 4th, no score. Leon Daddy Wads Wagner leads off for the Cleveland Indians. He came up in the San Francisco Giants organization, and in his 1958 debut, he played about a half a season, but hit 13 homers and 317. Pitch to Wagner, 7 is in play. 27 is going to be just out of the hit range, and a line out to the second baseman. Bob Chance, 12 is ballpark. Left hand, 86, that's going to be in play. 65 is ground out to the shortstop, Tony Kubek. 2 down. 8 is patient. 9 is going to be a base on balls. Got to take the runners off. Joe Askew is on first base. 2F stealer. Larry Brown's the batter. 6 is tough. 81 out of play. That is a ground out to the shortstop, Tony Kubek. Bottom of the 4th, no score. Phil Linz leads off. Number 9 is a tough result. 55 is going to be a single for Phil Linz. That is the first Yankee hit, and he is 2D stealer. Hector Lopez, the 3rd batter in the lineup. Here's the pitch to Hector Lopez. 7's in play. 57 is out of range, and a fly ball to the right fielder, Al Smith, for the first out. Roger Maris had a home in Kansas City, here in Raytown, lived in the suburbs. 4 patient. 14 is going to be a walk. Yankees are on first and second with one away and Tom Tresh. 8 is tough. 58 is strikeout. Tresh has struck out for the second time. Joe Pepitone. 4, patient. 47 is out of range and ground out to third base for the final out. We go to the top of the 5th, still no score. Bottom of the Indians order, Salmon, Moran, and Tiant are due up 7. In play, 91 is going to be out of range, and that is a ground ball to the shortstop, Tony Kubek. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ground outs induced to the shortstop, Kubek. 1 down. 6 is tough. 70. Ground out to the second baseman. Oh, wait a minute. It would be a fly ball to center. We have a different batter there. Okay, that should have been Billy Moran. He flies out the center, and now the pitcher, Luis Tiant, using the number 3 hitting card. 5 is in play. 90 will be out of range and a ground ball to the shortstop. Bottom of the 5th, no score. Johnny Blanchard leads off for New York. 10 is tough. 88 is out of range and a ground ball to the second baseman, Chico Salmon. Clete Boyer. Clete Boyer was a very good defensive third baseman, but he unfortunately played in the same league with Brooks Robinson, who won all the Gold Gloves. He did finally get a Gold Glove when he played in the National League for the Atlanta Braves, but very good defender. Not so much a good hitter. Here's the pitch to Boyer. 3 is defense. We'll check air of the third baseman. That is going to be Moran is a 5 air rating. 1 through 20 will be a air. 1 is an air. 1 base. See, on the infielder, it's a single and an air. So Boyer goes to second base with 1 out. Whitey Ford. 6 is patient. 17 under patient is going to be a 2-base hit for Whitey Ford, and that's going to drive in a run. I don't know if probably call that an unearned run, since you can't guarantee you would score from third, but we'll see what else happens in the inning. It is 1-0 New York. So Whitey Ford helping out his own cause, dons the jacket at second base. Tony Kubek comes to bat. 5 is tough. 33 is a base hit for Tony Kubek. Line drive into left field. Runners advance 1 base. So we have first and third. The infield will play back for a double play. Phil Lenz is the batter. 5 is tough. 84 is going to be out of range. That's a ground ball to shortstop. Let's see if it's under the double play numbers. 8, and his double play number is 6. 5, that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. But we go to the top of the 6th. The Yankees are on the board, 1-0. Okay, Whitey Ford will be looking at the top of the Indians' order. Vic Davalillo, Al Smith, and Leon Wagner. 6 is tough, and 62 is going to be just out of range of 61 is the top number for a base hit. So that's going to be a ground out to the shortstop. 1 down, Al Smith. 6 is tough. 84 is going to be on the left side is going to be a ground out to shortstop. And through 6 innings, Whitey Ford has induced 8 groundouts to his shortstop, Tony Kubek. Kubek's most famous for that ball that caught him in the throat in the 7th game of the 1960 World Series. He seriously took one off the throat, and I think he had to come out of the game and was coughing up blood. But that opened the door for the Pirates to come back and help them win that game and win that series. Al Smith was retired, and now we have Leon Wagner. 9 is in play. 4 is going to be a double for Leon Wagner. So 2 outs. The Indians have the tying run in scoring position. And first baseman Bob Chance comes to bat. He hit .321 off left-handed pitching in 1964. And that might give Whitey Ford some pause to think. Askew hit .281. He's going to go ahead and pitch to Chance. He doesn't want to put the lead runner on base. 7 is in play. 70 going to be out of his range, and that's a ground ball to who else? Tony Kubek. That completes the top of the 6th inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 1-0, New York. Here is Hector Lopez. 7 is in play. 32 is going to be a pop up to the third baseman, caught by Billy Moran. Roger Maris with 1 out. 10 is tough. 95 is be out of range, and that is a fly ball to the right fielder, Al Smith. 2nd out. Here is Tom Tresh filling in for the injured Mickey Mantle. 4 is patient, and 28 is going to be a walk. Tom Tresh is a 3A stealer, so A3 would look like on the steal chart. An excellent chance to steal. There he goes. He is safe, and it had to be excellent. The rest of them were outs. So Tresh goes to second. There's 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Joe Pepitone, who's grounded out twice. 4, that's a patient, and 00 is going to be a rare play chart with the runners on base. We get a 2D6, that's 4. Scorching line drive to third base. If range is A or B, fielder catches the ball. Third baseman is Billy Moran, and it is C. Range of C, he knocks the ball down. It's an infield single. First and third, 2 outs. Pepitone's on. Johnny Blanchard's the batter. He's the 7th hitter with Boyer on deck. Blanchard is 0 for 1 on a walk. Here's the pitch to Blanchard. 9 is tough. 90 is going to be out of range, and a ground ball to second base. We go to the top of the 7th. The score is Yankees 1, the Indians nothing. Okay, Joe Askew leads off for the Indians. 5 is in play. 68 is going to be out of range, a ground out to the second baseman. 1 away. Larry Brown. 5 in play. 11 is going to be base hit for Larry Brown. He is a 2D stealer. Chico Simon. Swing away. 7 in play. 78 is going to be a fly ball to the center fielder, caught by Tom Tresh. 2 outs. Billy Moran, 5 in play. 71 out of range, and that is a fly ball to Tom Tresh. Bottom of the 7th, 1-0 New York. All right, we are locked in a tight pitchers duel between the youngster and the veteran, Whitey Ford. Here's the pitch to Clete Boyer. 8 is tough. 34 is strikeout. 1 away. Whitey Ford will remain in the game and hit for himself. 8 is tough. 97 is Strikeout. It's 5 strikeouts for Luis Tiant. We go to the top of the order, and Tony Kubek. He is 1 for 3 with a single. 9 is tough. 34 is another base hit for Tony Kubek. B stealer. Yankees have been running on Askew successfully. B3 would be a very good chance. He's going to go. There he goes. He is safe. Third stolen base for the Yankees in today's game. Phil Linz. 3 is defense. Range of the second baseman, who is Chico Simon, and his range is 4. 76 is going to be, he makes the play. That's the end of the 7th inning. We go to the top of the 8th, 1-0 New York. For the top of the 8th, Max Alvis will pitch for Luis Tiant, who is very effective in his game, giving up only 1 earned run because Kubek did single later on after the double. So the Boyer run would be earned. 1 earned run through 7 innings. Very good debut. Work to do for the Indians if he's not going to be saddled with a loss. Here's the pitch. 8 is patient, and 91 is going to be a fly ball to the left fielder, Hector Lopez. 1 away. Here is Victor Avalillo. 10 is tough. 95. Fly ball to the right fielder, Roger Maris. 2 outs. The Indians are down to their last 4 outs. Al Smith, number 10, is tough. And 8 is going to be a strikeout. Go to the bottom of the 8th. The Yankees holding him to a 1-0 lead. The new pitcher for Cleveland is Don McMahon. He is a 6-4 record. 2.41 earned run average. Hector Lopez leads off for New York. Patient, 87, is a ground out to the Cleveland shortstop, Larry Brown. And unlike Tony Kubek, that's his 3rd ground out assist. Roger Maris, 7, tough, rare play. 6, we get 8 bases empty, rare play is going to be a rain delay. Roll 1d10. If 0-2 the game's rained out, 3-5 lengthy delay, replace the current pitchers. 6-9 no effect. So the 1d10, we have to read the 2d10 and ignore the tens column. 2d10 is a 5, so that is going to be a lengthy rain delay. Timeout. Okay, we are back from the rain delay, and we'll have a new Cleveland pitcher. He is Dick Donovan, 4.55 ERA, 7-9 in 64. Warming up in the Yankees bullpen, and we'll see him in the 9th inning, will be Steve Hamilton. The batter is Roger Maris. There's 1 out. And here is the pitch to Roger Maris. 6 is tough. 13 is going to be a strikeout. So that's 2 outs, and Tom Tresh, son of former Major Leaguer Mike Tresh. In play, 24, is a base hit for Tom Tresh. Yankees are up to bat. Joe Pepitone. 10 is in play, and 54 is a fly ball to the left fielder, Leon Wagner. We go to the top of the 9th. Yankees 1, the Indians nothing. Okay, the last hope for the Cleveland Indians here at Yankee Stadium today is Leon Wagner, Bob Chance, and Joe Askew. They'll be facing Steve Hamilton, who was 7-2, 3.28 earned run average. Here's the pitch to Leon Wagner. 7 is tough, 63. That is going to be a base hit off the left-hander. So Leon Wagner gets it started. He is 2 for 4, doubled in the 6th inning. Cleveland has, with no outs, the tying run on first. And he is a B stealer. Buncher's arm rating is 2, and B2 will give him a normal chance of being safe. Middle of the road chance. Here's the pitch to Bob Chance. We'll take our chances with Chance. 9 is in play. 40 is going to be a just missed a single. Ground ball back to the pitcher. See if it's a double play. His DP number is 6, DP 9, 5. That's a 1, 6, 3 double play. And they're down to their last hope. Catcher Joe Askew always comes to the bat, makes the sign of the cross, as he is a Catholic. Here's the pitch to Askew. 11. Wheelhouse. 99 under wheelhouse. On the left side is going to be out of range and a fly ball to deep left field. Caught by Hector Lopez. That completes the ball game. Final score, the Yankees 1, the Indians nothing. Okay, this game saw the Cleveland Indians score no runs on 5 hits and commit 1 error. The Yankees scored 1 run on 7 hits and they committed 1 error. The winning pitcher was Whitey Ford. 8 innings, no runs, 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Saved by Steve Hamilton, 1 inning, 1 hit. The losing pitcher was Luis Tiant, who equipped himself very well in his Major League debut game. 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 6 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks. But he gets the L. And it was a daunting task to beat Whitey Ford of the New York Yankees. His manager, Casey Stengel, Ford's manager, said that if he had to have a game pitched where his life depended on the game, that pitcher would be Whitey Ford. And Whitey Ford, though toward the late time of his career, was very effective here today. And he is our star of the game today. Whitey Ford not only pitched 8 shutout innings, but drove in the winning run with a double, driving in Clete Boyer, who singled and reached second on an error. And then Whitey Ford doubled to knock in the game-winning run for New York. Now, in today's game, we used only fast action cards, and it's the first time I've done that. My personal opinion is I think I prefer the dice. I like the noise and the rolling of dice myself. Maybe also some combination of using the dice along with the fast action cards, but I prefer even just use the dice alone than just using the fast action cards. That's just a matter of personal preference. Now tomorrow we're going to look into the end of the 1964 season. 6 teams had a chance to win the pennant at the end of play on October 2nd with 2 games on most of their schedules remaining. The White Sox were 2 games behind the New York Yankees in the American League. So both those teams had a chance to make the World Series. And in the National League, the Cincinnati Reds, San Francisco Giants, the Philadelphia Phillies, and of course the St. Louis Cardinals were all within two games of the National League pennant in the last two days. So we're going to look at the way Payoff Pitch includes a quick roll game to determine the scores. Payoff Pitch Baseball quick results and determining the final score of the game. They have ratings for the 1964 season. This is something that you don't get with Apba or Stratomatic. I think you can with Replay Baseball, but Payoff Pitch gives you a way to settle games in just 1 or 2 rolls and have a score of the game. And so we're going to look at that tomorrow as we look at the exciting finish of the 1964 season. Hope you enjoyed today's game. And if you did, please hit the icon in the lower right-hand corner and subscribe to Apba Classics channel. Thanks for joining us, and God bless.